What's going on, guys? We out here enjoying us a little bit of this good old. Look, get out of here. Enjoying good old downtown Chicago, man. When y'all coming through, y'all gotta come through.
I got some toys.
Alice got some toys. She excited. Look at all the lights, guys. We out here. It's Christmas Eve. You know, just want to let y'all experience a little bit of this. But hey, though, you know, if y'all ready for this content, go ahead, smack that like button right now and subscribe to the channel if you're new. You already know what to do. Yeah, you see.
Expensive trip, exotic calls. When I took that loss, when I was broke, who could I call? Now I'm in my bag. I'm taking flight, no helipad.
What's going on, guys? Ed Hayes, the Wholesale Coach here. I'm about to do a podcast with Devons Sonnier. He's been following my content for quite some time, guys. He just got his first deal not too long ago. I'm about to start up this podcast with him, guys. I just wanted to do have a little bit of video so you all can see it as well. So let's go ahead and let's dive into this podcast, guys. Let's get it. You know, we live. This is the Wholesaling Mastermind podcast, guys. I'm glad that you all are listening. If you are, I'm glad that you're here. We're about to get it going. We're doing a live podcast with my man's Devons Story. And you out in, is it Louisiana?
Yeah, well, I'm originally from New Orleans, but I've been living in Houston for like 4 years now. So
Okay. All right. So yeah, Devon, man, I'm glad that you came on to the podcast, bro. I'm glad to have you on. You know, I just wanted to have you on to come talk about, you know, your most recent deal that you was just able to lock in, brother. I'm definitely, you know, I'm proud of you. I'm excited for you. I just wanted to have you come on and kind of talk about it a little bit because I'm sure that, you know, your lessons that you learned throughout this process will definitely help a lot of other people.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I don't have a problem with sharing my experience. You know, I want to reach out and help as many people as I can.
I'm definitely glad to hear that. Seriously, man. So yeah, though. Why don't you tell the podcast listeners, like, how did you originally come across me?
Okay. Well, me, a lot of my knowledge and the stuff I get, it comes out of YouTube. So, you know, when you click on a certain page for YouTube, you know, it's a lot of guys that pop up. So me, I'm the type of guy, I never really go for the people that have a 5,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers. I don't go for that. I like to go to the people that's up and coming. And that way I feel like I can reach out to them. And I came across your page, man, and it had so much raw content that nobody was doing. So I started doing some of it. Matter of fact, like, for example, when you showed about the house hunters, and man, my phone started blowing up. Man, it was like I was getting so much feedback just from that, and that helped me out so much to where I was like, I had to reach out to you. And from when I reached out to you, you reached back, and then we kind of just started forming a little like relationship. So I was grateful for that.
Yeah, man. I remember when you first reached out to me and whatnot. I'm like, man, that's what's up. You know, you out here trying to get it and whatnot. You know, I definitely been checking out my content for a while, man. You was actually, like, if I'm not mistaken, you were like one of the first people to start commenting on my YouTube videos, one of the first people to reach out to me on Facebook and stuff, or I think it was Instagram, actually.
Yeah, and, you know, like I said, it's like the content, it's like your content is pure, man. So anybody that's listening, man, I would definitely go check out Ed Hayes, man. The man is he's doing his works. I mean, it's just clear cut, and there's a lot of things that nobody else is doing. So I would definitely go check him out. Definitely.
Hey, I appreciate that, brother. I really, really do. For real. I mean, so like how long have you been wholesaling then? Like, I know that, you know, I think you reached out to me like a few months ago, but like how long, like when did you first start like learning about wholesaling?
Okay. Well, my story kind of goes back about I would say like 2 years ago, right? So so it was about 2 years ago. I learned about wholesaling and everything. Like that's when I really got interested in it. And I making excuses for myself because I was working in a plant. I was making good money, but it got to a point to where it was like I knew I didn't want to, work for nobody for the rest of my life. And it was wholesaling was just calling me, man, to the point to where I kind of like made a plan. I mapped it out, and about 8 or 9 months ago in May, about 8 months ago, I quit my job. I quit everything, and I just jumped straight into wholesaling, man. I jumped straight in.
Man,
I jumped straight in. So,
man, that's deep, bro. That takes a lot of balls to just quit your job and go full into wholesaling. Seriously.
Yeah, man, because it was like I was working in the plant. Don't get me wrong, I was making good money, but it's just I was away from the family, man. So it's just like I'm like I can keep on crying about it. I can bet on myself, and I can, make a change, So that's what I did. I mean, I know it was going to be hard time sacrifices, but I feel like it's willing because I can spread this knowledge not only to my kids, but to my kids' kids, and I can spread it to my family, to break the, trying to break the generational curse, man, it's time to win, man. It's time to win.
Man, I hear you, brother. I hear you, man. You got that right type of energy too, seriously. Like, this is like some really, really foundational type knowledge to have. And, if you can learn this knowledge and teach others, you can be literally changing like people's generational wealth, like changing.
Right.
So that's real. That's very honorable cause, brother. Seriously.
Oh man, like I said, man, I'm just trying to, motivate the people that's listening, man. Like it's real. Like me and Ed, we no different than you. We just decided to do it. That's
Facts. For real. Let them know, like, man, look, we just regular people, man. It genuinely works, man. It's like, it's crazy. I'm sure that, it was probably like, man, I can't believe like this actually happened.
Man.
Actually, speaking about my next question to you actually is like, how does it feel now knowing that you've actually closed the deal? Like, just tell me, like, how does that feel? Like, you've been for like years, even like the last 8 months, without a job, and you just got there first. Like, how does that feel, brother?
Man, it's just, it's a feeling I can't describe. It's like, man, it's just. Right now, I feel like can't nothing stop me. I feel more empowered than I ever feel. I feel like I can't lose. It's just, that was the confirmation, like that was the confirmation. Like that was the confirmation to stop thinking, oh, maybe this is not it, or maybe, no, this is it. That was the confirmation. And I finally got it, and it really felt like a ton of bricks is off my shoulder. And man, I just feel so good, man. It's like a natural high to know that I made it happen, and I can keep making it happen. I can keep doing it, and I'm on my own. And like I said, I'm just big on passing this knowledge down to the ones that come up under me, because I know how important this is to where we can change our situations, man. And man, it's like the feeling is just unbelievable, man. It's just, man, I can't describe it.
I definitely know the feeling, man. I definitely know the feeling, bro. For real. Hey, that's a blessing, though, right? It's a blessing.
Man,
you kind of stood out on your own 2 feet and was like, "Look, I'm gonna make this happen," and you actually did it, right? It's like one of the best feelings in the world, ain't it?
Man, it's one of the best feelings in the world because like by me, just quitting my job and everything. A lot of people, oh, you tripping, or oh, you crazy. So like they didn't see the vision, but I seen the bigger picture. So, a lot of times too, people might get mad at them, but I don't get mad at them because I understand that it's not for them to see. It's for me to see. Like it was my vision. So it's time for me to make it happen. No matter who's with me, who's not, you got to make it happen no matter what. No matter what. There's no excuses.
Man, that's the type of mindset to have, bro, for real, man. You definitely got the mindset. And I'm sure that type of mindset definitely led you to where you are right now. Like you say, not everybody, like wholesaling is not for everybody. Not everybody understands what it is to be an entrepreneur. It's not like it's not all fun and games. It's not all peaches and cream. Like you gonna work,
man.
you gonna put a lot of work in. People won't understand your vision sometimes, and like a lot of times it's family and friends are the people who like trying to discourage you from doing it because they care about you. But like you said, getting upset at them or whatever, I tend to use empathy. Like I just empathize with them. Like, man, I know that feeling of like kind of being stuck in the rat race and feeling like this is the only option, but it's just it's not. And when you start living from your passions, when you start living from your goals, I swear it changes everything.
Right. And like you're absolutely right about that. I mean, I tell you no lie, because it's don't get it wrong. Like in those 8 months, I had some bad days. I had some bad days, but at the end of the day, I knew it was no looking back. So I want to say, in a sense, me quitting my job, like that was a blessing in disguise too, because I know I didn't have no options. Like this is it. This is it. Like either you gonna man up or you gonna get on them knees. Man. I got kids looking up to me, man. They ain't gonna see me on my knees. So
I swear, bro.
nah, So man, we gonna stand up on all too. So I just feel like I'm leading by example. So I want my youngest to come up and be better than me. So they had that example. A lot of us don't have that example. So
I swear
they had that example.
That's so true, man. That's huge too, bro. Honestly, that's huge because I did the same thing that you did, bro. I quit my job too before I dove into this. I quit. Man. I had no source of retreat, man, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just was gonna be wholesaling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just knew the wave that I was on, and I was gonna complete it all the way through to completion. I had no choice, and like I got a daughter, and she was looking at me, you know what I mean, like wondering whether I'm gonna make it or not, and I made it happen for her. I swear, to me personally, that's like, to this point in my life, that's my proudest achievement, to say that I did it. Like my back.
Right.
And honestly, like I'm a part of like really going hard at anything for that matter is like having your back up against the wall and feeling like there's no source of retreat, because when there's B, then you're giving energy to plan B instead of putting everything you have into plan A. So it slows down plan A, if not.
Right. Exactly. And man, like that's what it is. A lot of times, we want to do A and B. No, we got to do A. Let's do A. Put everything into A. Let A work, then we're gonna go to B.
Exactly. But yeah. So I mean, like, why don't you tell the listeners a little bit more about this deal that you just closed, though? Like, how did you find it? Like buyer ad, things like that or whatever. Why don't you kind of go into the process that happened?
Okay, cool. So I was getting off from work one day. Like this was like my last couple of days at work. I was getting off from work one day, and I was working probably about like an hour out. So by the time I was getting in town, I was like, let me just drive for dollars right quick. So I was in my work car at the time. Now my work car, I work in the plants. So if anybody know anything about the plants, like the parking lot is is real messy. So I didn't want to bring my car, so I was bringing my work car. So it's all messed up. So, so what happened was I had seen this house. I was like, it was abandoned. I was like, it's in a good neighborhood. I'm like, this the money right here. So I get outside the car. I go to taking my pictures. So they had a guy. He came out. So I had on my work clothes, and my car is all smashed up and everything. So he probably. So he was like, what you doing around here? I was like, that I buy a house or whatever. He said, you buy houses? So he started laughing. So mind you, like I said, he probably looking like, man, you dirty and you got on, and it's like, and your car.
Right.
So he kind of had a bad attitude. He was telling me, he was like, well, I can tell you now, you're not going to buy the house because me and the buyer, me and the seller, we already talking about it. So you're really wasting your time, X, Y, Z. So I was like, yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. So I still took my pictures and everything. So this was around the time I was working. So this was 8 months ago. I want to say this 8 months ago. So I followed up with this lead like every 2 months until the beginning of the month. I finally got a hold of the seller. After 8 months, I followed up, which they say is true. The power in this business is in the follow-up. I followed up with him. And when I followed up with him, come to find out he had 2 properties he was trying to get rid of. And, you know, we just went from there. And I had got my buyer already kind of had a guy in mind. I had met a guy 2 years ago. Like I said, I had went to a seminar, like when I first was, you know, thinking about getting into it when I was making excuses for myself 2 years ago. I met a guy, and I actually hit that guy up, and that guy said, let's do it. And I sent him to the property, and man, like everything just fell in place. It just fell in place. It wasn't a hard process. You know how some people say that the process is hard and everything. Mine was real smooth because the buyer told me what he'll pay, and I already had it under contract for a certain price. You know, I made 5,000 on. I made 5,000 on this one, but I agreed to pay $1,000 in taxes for the seller, and I came home with 4,000. And then I also still have this other property that I'm that we're working on the closing right now for that one.
Nice.
So yeah, so it was a back to back. So yeah.
So that's a 2-for-1 then. So when
oh man, that was a 2-for-1.
planning on closing it? You said that y'all working on it now. Y'all got like a date or anything for that one already? Oh wait, say that again. I think your voice muffled somehow.
Oh, I'm sorry. And for the second one, I have a buyer. I actually have 2 buyers. They're coming out. They're interested. I'm waiting on a phone call right now. They're supposed to actually be calling me at any moment. It was like in between Saturday and Monday because they're out of town, but they can come back in town at any time. So soon as they come in town, man, we're gonna make it happen again.
Nice.
We're gonna make it happen.
Man, that's what's
yeah,
up, bro. And you said that you was able to come across a good $4,000 off of this one, huh? Oh, your voice got muffled again. I'm not sure. Maybe putting your finger over the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I came up on $4,000 on this one, and on the next one, man, I'm reaching for like 10 to be honest.
Nice.
I'm reaching for 10.
Nice. Wait, so go back real quick though. Like, what was up with this guy at the property though that was kind of trying to go in? Was that another wholesaler or who was that?
No, well, it was his neighbor. So yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I left that out. So yeah, it was the neighbor.
Okay, right. Well, hey,
yeah,
everything, and you just kept going. You ain't let them distract you.
Yeah, I just kept going. And so I really want to go back around and go put soul sign in the yard.
Hey, for real, with with your business name on there and a phone number. Like, look, we buy houses. We just bought this one. For real.
Yeah, talk, man.
That's what's up, though, bro, man. I'm so glad.
Yeah,
though, for real.
Yeah, man. Man, like it was just.
So it sounded like it was a pretty smooth process for you.
Oh yeah, man. It was smooth. We only had one hiccup, and that hiccup was we had a closing date set, but due to the holidays, we really couldn't have a set date. So we really was in the air on when it actually was going to close, because you know, like the hours and the time that was backed up. So that was the only hiccup we had. The buyer he said he was going to pull out, but once he put that earnest money down, I know he was in. So I didn't really worry about it that much. But besides that, everything went A-OK. Everything was smooth.
Nice. So
yeah.
Did you have a JV partner on this deal then?
No, it was actually me. It was actually all me. It was actually
okay.
It was actually well, I mean, I wouldn't call it a JV, but it was this guy. He got paid off the deal too, but it was the buyer paid him like just in cash. He paid him in cash. But there was the guy. Yeah, so like this is the guy. like bought the buyer to me, but he told me he was like, I don't really want nothing off it, but you know, I couldn't just do it like that, so I just gave him 2,000. So I was actually posted net 7,000, but I gave this guy 2,000.
Right,
so
right. Hey,
that's how that is.
that's
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
You paid one of your JV, quote unquote JV partners, a couple grand to pay
Yeah.
taxes
So
for the stuff,
yeah.
and you were still able to get
Yeah.
4 grand for yourself. Everybody wins at the end of the day. The cash buyer gets his
Right.
property, the seller gets paid, you and your JV partner gets paid. Sound like it
And
to
man,
me.
man, everybody
Yeah,
happy.
classic.
Everybody's happy.
That's what's up though. So from the time that you got it under contract officially to the time that you actually cashed out, like what was that time frame looking
It would have been 30 days, but it went into January 2nd, you know, and that was only because of the holidays. So it actually probably would have closed in 21 days, but it got prolonged 10 more. I mean, it was 12 more days because I got it on the 2nd. Yeah, so yeah, it was prolonged another 12 or 13 days, but that was only due because of the holidays, though.
Right, which is understandable.
Right.
Okay, so that's not too bad though.
Right.
That's a pretty short time frame. That's pretty decent.
Right.
All right.
And so,
Man, I'm glad, man. So I mean, so like now that you got this deal, like what's the plan going forward, bro? Like what do you plan on doing next? How do you plan on upgrading? Do you plan on like invested into like a decent amount of marketing, or like what do you want to do next now that you got one under your deal? And as you know, they always say you're only one deal away. You've got your one.
right.
So where are you going now?
Right. Okay, so I always tell myself I don't want to be a one-hit wonder. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinvest back into my marketing. And how I was doing it, I was all over the place. I was in different niches, probate, driving for dollars, code violations. So this time around, I'm going to really start putting all my marketing dollars into one source.
Okay.
Preferably I want to say probate. I want to hit probate. And you know, I also want to do like driving for dollars. That's going to be always going to be a source of leads, driving for dollars, because I drive a lot of places and I can't go nowhere without at least driving for dollars. So I'm going to focus mainly on driving for dollars and probate. I'm going to also too, I'm going to invest with you too. I already told you, I have to get the Ed Hayes plan. So, and so basically, like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reinvest a portion of that money back into my marketing. And that way I know I can get deals coming on a consistent basis and faster and faster.
I hear that.
That's what I'm basically going to do.
Okay. That sounds good to me. That sounds good. So you say that you're going to start focusing up on some probate leads and
probate, driving for dollars. And and I left out bandit signs. So I'm going to do probate, driving for dollars, bandit signs. I'm going to put more money into it so I can do more marketing. Also I left out too. I'm going to brand too. I like branding. I'm going to start wearing all my clothes, everything, my shirts, jackets, pants. I mean, I might do the hats. I might try to do some shoes, but I'm going to brand. I'm going to brand my vehicle, everything. I'm going all the way in. Like I'm going in. I don't know how I left that.
Hey, that's a big one though. That's a big one. I really like that idea, bro. Yeah. Seriously, like maybe have We Buy Houses hoodie on or something with your phone up.
Man, everything brand. I'm going to actually, man. I was making some shirts for my son too. We gonna brand like my son, my girl, and my family, everybody, man. We gonna brand everybody wear
the right way. The right way indeed, man. That's gonna be nice right there. Seriously, that's gonna be real nice.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like I was gonna ask you a couple more questions. Have you already gotten your website set up and like an LLC? Do you have those two things already?
Actually, I'm doing both of those Monday because right now I only have a DBA.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah. So I was like, you know what? I might as well go ahead on and make it official. So I'm gonna go ahead on and make it official. I'm gonna do it like all this Monday. So I'm gonna finish my website. That's 95% done. I gotta just do a finishing touches, and I'm gonna launch the website
Nice.
and get the LLC and everything on Monday, Tuesday. Everything will be good. So that way I'll be even more legit as far as, when they look me up, everything's legit.
Right, exactly.
Everything's
Yeah,
legit.
that definitely plays a big role sometimes. People be like, "Oh, well,
Right.
do you have a website? Tell me your website," stuff
Right.
like that or whatever. So
Right. A website is important.
yeah,
I feel
it
like
definitely can have a big boost to your credibility. And are you using like business cards
exactly.
already?
Yeah. Actually, that's another thing too. I have business cards, but I was actually I'm going to get some more business cards made, but I'm going to get a little more. I'm gonna get a little more. I mean, I would say clever. A little more. Yeah, clever. I would say that. I'm gonna get the dollar bill, cards.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. We were like $100 bill. Somebody try to steal it from you. You realize it's like
Yeah.
it's like a
Exactly.
whole advertisement. Yeah.
Exactly. I wanted to say a little more creative. That's what I
Yeah,
wanted to say.
that's the word.
Yeah.
I like that though. I like that. Okay. So you're
Yeah.
investing into some new creative marketing strategies, well as looking into what did you say, probate deals, and definitely still doing your driving for dollars, like you found this property.
Exactly.
Yeah, driving for dollars is the best though, isn't it? Isn't it like it's like crazy, like for real. You come across
Man,
good deals.
like driving for dollars, man. That's from like anybody I heard, like anybody that have the knowledge, they always say like that's probably like the best source is driving for dollars. That's probably the best source.
That's like number one. Go driving for dollars first. Go drive around your own community. Do like a 4-block radius. Rank them
Right.
out. I stay 2 seconds away. For real. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Brother, man. Hey, I'm really happy for you though, bro. Like seriously, you've been knocking stuff out. I'm glad that you reached out to me when you did. I'm glad to have been able to, help you as much as I can along the way. If you're interested in, going next level with me or whatever, us linking up, working deals together or whatever, I'm definitely down for that as well, bro. Seriously.
Hey, man, look, we already locked in, man. Man, look, we don't have a choice, man. We working together.
Hey, that sounds good to me, though. For real. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really looking forward to linking up with you. I'm really, really, really I'm on a mission this year. Like seriously, I really want to link up with as many other entrepreneurs as possible, and let's all link arms together and really make like some amazing things happen this year.
Oh yeah, man. There's no doubt, man. And it's just when you finally get around people that's like-minded, man, it's just contagious, man. So it's like we really can make some things happen. And whatever you have planned for 2019, man, I would like to be a part of it, man. And I want to say thank you, man. Thank you, because you really helped me, in a way that you might not understand, man. But you really helped me, man. And I really appreciate that. Like I can't say thank you enough. I've been telling you thank you for a long time, but like I can't say thank you enough, man. I really appreciate it, man. I'm grateful for that, man.
Hey, brother, it really, truly, truly is my pleasure. Seriously, I really, really, I like it. It makes me beyond belief happy to know that I'm out here helping other brothers get to this money. Seriously, and the opportunity is amazing right now. And I swear, like I'm so happy to be able to help you, bro. So that really, really means a lot to me, man. Thanks a lot for that. I really appreciate it, for real.
Oh man.
And I'm looking forward
like
to
I said, man, no problem, man.
seriously too. I'm really, really looking forward to knocking it out with you this year, bro. Hey, actually, you got this other deal coming up too, so that's gonna be a 2-piece in the month of January for you.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So we starting the year off on a high note, man. We
I know.
trying to keep this. Well, let me stop saying trying. We're going to keep this momentum going until to the next year. It's not a sprint; it's a marathon. We're trying to have longevity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The 2020s don't know what they're looking for yet. 2020 is ready for us. I'm telling you, 2020 and beyond is not ready. Seriously, it's gonna be nuts. Yeah, though, bro. Doc, I really, really want to, thank you for coming on to the podcast, though.
Thank you.
I'm sure that this knowledge that you've dropped on this podcast is going to be very instrumental to other wholesalers all across the nation, bro. So I thank you for coming on and describing, your process, your situation, and, just what you've been going through lately, because I know for a fact that you'll help other people. And if you are listening to this, podcast listeners, definitely make sure that you go follow Devon on Facebook. Matter of fact, I'm going to get your Facebook link, bro. So, any other links that you have, I'll get that from you. So then we can drop it into the description. So anybody that's listening to this can reach out to Devon as well and try to see what's going on, so you all can link up. Maybe he can help you out and give you some tips, tools, and strategies that he used. So yeah, I hope that everybody really is able to benefit as much as possible from this podcast.
Perfect, man. Ed, man, and thank you too, man. And to anybody that's listening, I don't mind JVing. I'm quite sure Ed don't mind JVing either, man. You can reach out. I'm not no stuck-up person. I'm real life, just like Ed. Like, we real life people. We not going to sugarcoat nothing. If I can help with something, then I'll help you. It's no problem. Reach out to me. I'll reach back to you, and, man, we can make it work, man. I appreciate you, Ed, once again, too, man, for your platform. Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, bro. It's really, really my pleasure, brother. For real, for real. So we're going to have to do this again sometime soon. Maybe when you get that second deal come through, let me know, bro. I have you come back on to the podcast so you can share some of that good knowledge and content with the Wholesaling Mastermind group, bro. I'm sure that they'll truly appreciate it, for real.
Oh, man. Like I said, man, hey, man, you never know, man. It might be like all the time thing, man. So whenever you want to have me, man, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Hey, say no more. Hey, look, that's all I needed to hear. But I then though, Devon, I'm definitely, man, like I said, just one more last time. I appreciate you coming out. I will definitely link your profiles in the podcast description. I'm probably going to put this on YouTube as well. I was recording a little bit of video, so I'll put it on YouTube as well so they can see you on there. But yeah, though, brother, thank you again. And yeah, guys, if y'all listening to this podcast, definitely make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel, guys. We're going to be doing a lot more of these podcast interviews. I just think that it flows very well. And, you don't have to do any excess logins and stuff like that. Like when we do the webinars, I'll still be having the webinars though, guys. So definitely look forward to that as well. But we're going to wrap up this podcast. Thank you all for listening to this one. If anybody needs any help with anything, definitely reach out to me or, excuse me. Definitely reach out to me or Devon. We definitely got you. We're going to look out for you. We're going to make sure that you're good. As he said, look, if you got JV deals, send them our way. We will slam dunk them for you. Do you hear me? Real for real. Anyway, though, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this content. If you did, go ahead and subscribe like I said before. And until next time, guys, we are out.
Above water, greatest to stay alive. Oh, yeah. I'ma get it till I'm in the grade. These niggas, they doubted me, counting me out, but I beat a little.